So the generally accepted idea is that I have to make my statement really quick before anyone clicks off of my YouTube channel. So right now, hey, subscribe. I do video games. If you're sticking around for any longer, let's actually talk about my channel introduction. So I want to do 3 things with this channel introduction. Number 1, I want to explain why you should subscribe to my channel. Number 2, I want to explain what kind of content you can expect to see on this channel. And if you're curious on my experiments, where to go and look those things up. Number 3, I just wanted to say thanks. Thanks for checking out the channel. So let's start with number 1. First off, why should you subscribe to my channel? This seems like it should have a clear-cut answer for it, but I really can't give you one. Honestly, the reason why I made this YouTube channel was because I was making video game reviews on Steam. I was just writing them up, and then people took an interest in my activities and they started adding me on Steam. And then I thought, well, I went to school for graphic design, I'm just gonna work on some of that video editing, graphic design-ness, and keep my skills sharp by working on a YouTube channel. And as with the reviews, it starts out as just kind of a project on the side that I'm doing for myself and personal goals and stuff like that, and it becomes a whole lot bigger as more people come on board and have an interest in what I'm doing and watching the different things that I come up with. I've been doing it for a while, and every video that I put out, I feel like I get a little bit better each time. Now that segues really well into the types of content that you can expect from my channel. First off, you should probably anticipate that I may or may not have audio in the background of birds chirping. I'm sorry if that happens. Generally they're pretty well behaved, but they tend to get worked up depending on when I record my videos and my voiceovers. So sometimes you might hear stuff like that in the background. I do my best during the reviews and unscripted things to try to negate that as much as possible. Another thing you might notice is that I can't figure out what I want my facial hair to be. Sometimes it's this, sometimes it's this, sometimes it's this. You just never know what it's going to be from any particular point of time. Generally during the winter I like to grow my facial hair out more, and during the summer I like to shave it out less. But we're getting off track already. That's the other thing you can expect. I get off track a lot. You can expect 2 main types of content on this channel. Number 1, my reviews. My reviews are always going to be heavily edited and pushing my abilities to the max. Now the problem is that requires a lot of time and motivation. Sometimes I just don't feel like getting up and trying to work on a video for the entire week. And so sometimes I spend weeks getting myself motivated, writing out scripts, trying to think through ideas, figure out what I want to do with my next review. Because honestly, as soon as I put out the next review, I'm already disgusted with it. I'm just like, oh, really need to die. I'm so mad I didn't do that, or man, I hate listening to my voice, or my inflections were really bad, or that one was really boring. So I try a lot of new things with it, but I'm always trying to push my reviews to get better and better each and every time. I try to get more familiar with talking to the camera. You can see the progress that I made from my first video to the next video, to the next video, to the next video, to the next, and it continues to improve. And I like to think that I'll continue to improve. Once I hit a plateau, that's when we got problems. So, the first type of content is reviews, and these are where I'm going to put most of my effort in trying everything and trying new things, figuring out what sticks, and then working with that. I'm a one-person team. All I can do, the only kind of camera shots that I can get at this time are cameras where I set them up ahead of time, find my position, and do stupid pre-recording things trying to test where the limits of the frame are. So now I know my hands are out of the frame, now I know my hands are in the frame. And it should be about there, I think. Not quite familiar with that yet. The other type of content on my channel is unscripted content. And that's just something that all YouTube channels need at this point. And I wanted to steer clear of doing that and just release 1 review a month. That's always been kind of my goal. I don't really have a set schedule, but with unscripted content, I'm able to make more regular updates to my channel and release content every week. And I don't know if I'm ambitious enough to promise that yet. What I can say is that I always do my best, and what I use the weekly videos to do is to kind of show what games I've been playing and what I'm working on, where I'm at. So what this all stems from, again, I started writing Steam reviews. But the reason I started writing Steam reviews is because I wanted closure. I would play a game, and then after playing through the whole game, I would then uninstall it. I would go through it and try to get all the achievements in a game, uninstall the game, move on. That was all I had to do. That was the only goal that I had in my video gaming experience. And I just did that from game to game to game to game. Then I eventually started thinking, you know what? I feel like I really know these games really well. So maybe I should say something. And so my reviews started out just short comments saying, okay, this particular game, I really liked this about it and I didn't like this about it. And this particular game, I absolutely loved this. And that helped increase my writing style. So something always to remember is that I'm always experimenting and trying new things with my videos. There is a pretty consistent format and I try to brand the content the same and try to figure out what works and stick with that, but then I always try different things. I'm trying different games, I'm trying different visual effects. So what you want to do is you want to look at the video title. If the video title has anything other than review in it, then it's probably going to be unscripted in one way or another. The title should give you enough. If the title's prefix says "my thoughts on," that is referring to unscripted content. I played that game, wrote a review out for it, and I'm just gonna share impromptu what I think about that game and what I liked and didn't like. I'm never really happy with unscripted content because I go back to those videos and I think, oh man, I should have mentioned that, or I forgot this great feature that I didn't show in that, or it takes me a really long time to get to it because it's informal. It's just communicating to you as a viewer while playing a game, being like, hey, I like this game. The whole idea, other than seeing other people that do stuff like that, the whole idea for me, the way I visualize it, is I think that I'm just describing this game to a friend while I play the game. That's the mentality, that's the mindset that I use getting into that. So hopefully, as always, this video was of some value. If you stuck it through the whole thing, thank you very much, and hopefully that'll help prepare you for my channel. The thing is that coming up, who knows what other kind of stuff I might come up with. I'm always trying to figure out how I can add more quality content to my YouTube channel, and that's kind of hard to do because I want to limit this channel to video game stuff. There are various times that I want to try something completely new and out of the ordinary, and for new stuff that I'm just experimenting with and trying to do, that's where you gotta check out my second channel, Atratzu, etc. Atratzu, etc. is where I just upload and slap stuff on the internet to see what sticks. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes stuff gets traffic there, sometimes it gets flat out ignored. And yeah, it's just to try different things. So, thank you for watching. Hopefully there was some value in this. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe on all the different things, because that's the call to action. You have to do that at the end of every video, because then if someone's at the end of the video, you have to tell them what to do, just in case they forget what to do. But it's very much appreciated because it helps increase video visibility. I've had to learn a lot of things while getting into YouTube. I'm looking forward to continuing to learn a lot of stuff from the days past this upload date. Thanks for watching. See you next time.